On the straight answer with media, keep us blind. A good heart is not hard to find. Why the people try to define infrastructure right? I don't got time. Infrastructure right, I don't got time. It's all to. We're talking about you, about to protecting the sons and daughters from political slaughter.
Someone put me out 'cause I'm on fire. I can't give a about what they say. They've been searching for that thing to get them higher. You can't catch my drift, can't catch my wave.
Never play by the rules, guess I'm paying my dues. They gon' try to intrude, poison the multitude. They be quick to accuse, when you got different views. Just know you gon' pay the price, based off the item you choose. Many ties in the culture, hit you with them K-Ultra. I knew you was a vulture, Holy Ghost get the ushers. No, I can't trust you. Shock you, then now you fluster. Crashing down, I was cluttered. Doing this so subtle, fumbling out through the rubble. Remember this and junk at the top, I was gonna get something. The middle gotta stay hunting. Why the rush left for nothing? 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 Agitated illusion, only built for confusion.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. There's a scene a short time ago the Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shot. Up there at the 24. Jackson on first down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
First and 10 at the 38-yard.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 41, Mayfield. And his throw here is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Here's 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. Jackson, flush to his right. He'll try and run it. Pushing his way. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think the Browns got it. They did. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously, ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 41 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. A gain there of 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 42-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Well, a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
On second down, Mayfield again. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Following the interception, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
12-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper there to make the grab. And the Browns add on to their lead. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Cody Parkey set to...
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. JoJo Natson back deep. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
They're on 41-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 12.
Nice play, man.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Well, you know, most quarterbacks, when you talk about their big playability, you talk about the arm, but this, an absolutely huge play with a leg.
And also with his mind, because he had to see this play develop in order to make the decision to keep it and run. And how about him looking up and seeing the seas part for him once he got past the line of scrimmage? My first thought, I think he can go all the way, and I'm trying not to take over your call of this play, partner.
They'll look to run with Edwards, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens drive it closer. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on...
It got his man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play, Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 19 yards away. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Browns 21, Ravens 7.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Man open left side is Brown. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
The 34-yard line.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. And Jackson throwing once more. Oh, looking for Andrews. That's caught inside the 20. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Again, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP Malcolm Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Browns drive about to get started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. The Browns drive about to get started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Chubb on 2nd down and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
18 on the play. And the Browns first down.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That's caught over the middle. Hooper. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Forced out to his left. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got...
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 72 yards. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They go play action. Mayfield. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Pernell McPhee picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jarvis Landry, 79 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
For the extra point.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
At the Ravens' 28-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4, Mayfield. That is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try again with Chubb. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Cleveland. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a second down. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. And he'll be out right at the 35. 13 yards the tally on the return. There. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 35-yard line.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
Jackson will throw it. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, When you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Taken down back at the 20-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
Now this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
Boy, once you get Kareem Hunt in the open field, look out. He's got speed to burn, and he showed off the wheels on that one.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Mayfield. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mayfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield,
They were more than prepared for that one.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
26-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up
Throwing again on second down. Jackson flushed out right, and that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Jackson looking to throw on third. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Andrews. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
and the Raven first down.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On 2nd and 7, Jackson flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 37 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he completes it to Hunt. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Dancing to his left. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete. Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And again, it's Mayfield. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Ravens ready to receive it. And they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
4 at the Ravens' 15-yard line.
On 2nd down and 4. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
10 yards to go.
Mayfield on 1st down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack. To try again after the sack. Mayfield. And that is incomplete here. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 16.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins there to make the grab. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson, eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And that is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So, Charles, talk about a play that could prove pivotal. And I mean pivotal. That decision right there could be really costly.
Without a doubt. You talk about taking a chance there and deciding you're going to go all in, as they like to say. That's exactly what that one was, and it didn't pay off.
Yeah, inside their own territory, game tied this stage of the contest. Boy.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a 1st down. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Mayfield finding Odell Beckham with a touchdown pass. And the Browns have taken the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. And we're back now here in Cleveland, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. Because some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. Now Jackson on first down. Being chased out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington.
This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for. And take it. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Don't give him
A nice gain at 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he takes this way down. deep into Cleveland territory. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open is Olsen. He's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. Greg Olsen there to make the grab. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Browns 0. Jason Myers.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He's taken down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down, keep the sticks moving.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Benson Mayowa able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. What a great start. You get the points on the first drive of the game. Now here you get an interception. Look to add to your lead.
And I just wonder about the strategy that we saw coming right back at them. Yeah, they're down, but I felt like they were pressing it too much. They didn't need to play catch-up this early in the game, and it ended up costing them.
It was Jacob Phillips who was able to bring him down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Play fake. Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham 78 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the final tally, as told by Next Gen Stats, he hit 21.5 miles per hour. Whoa.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Play action. It's Wilson. Lockett with a grab over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 18 more yards there and another first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Down at the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Flush to his right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll toss it out to Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next to score, Seahawks 14, Browns 7. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
This taken in about 4 yards deep.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
A run for Nick Chubb. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. The touchdown pass, Mayfield to Landry. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught at the 25. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
1st and 10 at the 30.
On first down, Carson. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
At the 23-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They go play action now. Wilson. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
First play of the drive there is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Mayfield. Flushed out right. He'll let it go deep for... It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns have moved out in front.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Browns 21, Seahawks 14.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And this will make it into the end zone.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Mayfield looks to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Vincent Mayowa, his 2nd sack of the night.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
And that was Carlos Dunlap who got in to take him down.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Dorsett. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
You.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson, and he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And caught left side, Olsen. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Down to the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the return will stop right around the 25. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
They begin this drive with Chubb, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
It's 2nd and 8.
They run it again with Chubb, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
First down, Cleveland.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And the Browns first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And again, it's Chubb. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 32. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From the gun, Wilson. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Grant Delpit on the coverage.
Throwing again, Wilson. A pass underneath for Carson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 30. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing again here, Wilson. And Olsen over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First down.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Wilson connects with Tyler Lockett. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Eluding the pressure right. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for two from the two. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Browns drive about to get started. And checking the timeouts, they do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run. Chubb. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
18-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.